Hey guys, this is Huzaifa from my YouTube channel Positive Academy. Today I'm just doing a live motivational video now. If you're new to channel, consider subscribing for regular dose of positivity. So as you can see that consider a point B here, right? You are having the point B and now you are having the point D, right? And now there is a gap between that, right? And so now B represents your birth and D represents your death. So in between you are having all these things, right? And they are all circumstances. So you think that everything is in your hand, but nothing is in your hand. The birth is not in your hand, right? The death is also not in your hand, and also the circumstances is not in your hand, right? Let me just give you an example. Like there was a professor in Columbia University, USA. He was a top earning professor. She was a top earning professor. She was having all the things that is required. I mean, she was so much powerful mentally, physically, psychology. She used to teach, give lectures, right, to the students, a top level professor. But suddenly a shift happened in her life, and now she is diagnosed with Parkinson disease, with sorry, not Parkinson, Alzheimer disease. Now everything was there, right? Everything was clear, right? But the circumstances, right? But the circumstances here, what I'm talking about, the circumstances is totally different, right? And now it is not in her hand, right? She can't do anything, right? So in life also there are also many things which we are even not aware, right? But it happens, right? So now in this case, in this lady case, this thing happened, right? And it changed her life, right? He used to give lectures, he used to memorize, he used to remember the things, but now he has suffered from disease which just which is actually forgetting the things. She even forget where was her bathroom, right? And she peed in the pants, right? And it was her husband's that was just supporting her right through her journey, right? It was so much difficult. She just almost forget each and everything, right? And that is the thing I just wanted to know, right? This is the first part. I will be sharing you more and more regarding life motivational video. Stay tuned, right? So that is so much important, right? You always plan a lot of things, right? But that doesn't work out because there are certain things which happen in your life which is out of your control. So circumstances is also not in your control, right? You think that, and birth is also in not your control. Death is also not in your control. So almost everything is not in your control. That's why just people just they just surrender, right? That's the power of surrender. You always have to surrender things, right? Because you think that everything is in your control, but it is actually not. Right? Let me give you another example. Right? There was a professor, right, a physics professor, right, who used to teach us, right, and he was so much powerful, he was so much intelligent, so much talented, right. And now after some time, some point of time, some few years of age, maybe 50, 55, he also experienced the same thing, right? He has also suffered from Alzheimer disease. Now he's trying to forget everything. I mean, his identity is totally changed, right? One time he was now physics professor. Now at second time, he is the one who just even can't remember the things, right? And he has suffered a lot, right? And so it's kind of suffering, right? So the best thing is to surrender, right? You can't control. When you can't control, the best thing is to surrender only. So that's why it is so much important, right? And so it is there to understand. I mean, if you see the life of yogi, right, they always try to surrender, right? They never just restrict the things, right? I mean, whatever is happening, right, they think that it's like a part of the life, and now is their thing to accept that, right? And so it is sometimes so much difficult when when you go to this bad circumstances, right? It is not even, you can't even accept that this thing has happened to me, and now my life is totally different. I was on path one and now I am at path two, right? Everything has changed with the one incident or with the one happening in your life, right? And it happens not only with one but with many, right? I can also another give you an example of the famous Muhammad Ali, a boxer, right? His life was fantastic. He was a great person, great going, great athlete, but suddenly he suffered from Parkinson disease. Now the Parkinson is regarding tremors, regarding many different difficulties, right? The dopamine level right? It reduces the dopamine in the brain. And so now his life is changed, right? Now he is not able to perform to that certain level, right? And so the best way he can do is to just surrender and just accept that this thing has happened, right? And your life. Most of the people doesn't even try to accept the thing that this thing is happening into your life. And now you can't change certain things, right? It is happening, it has done, and now it is your responsibility to take that thing with you ahead, right, along with your life. And so now he suffered from Parkinson at the age of 32, and he died almost at the age of 74. So he spent almost 42 years, right, with that disease only, right? And so it is so much sad, right? There is the thing I just wanted to convey regarding life motivation, right? I mean, you whatever you plan, whatever you think, it always doesn't work out, right? There are things, right, which is out of your control, and you have to accept them, right? And so that's why you could see almost all the yogi and all the things, they just surrender. They just think that whatever is happening to the best, and universe knows the secret, right? And so let me give you another example also regarding money also, right? There was a guy who, I mean, there are two kinds of scenarios here. One who is very much rich, right? And now he is happy. And there is another person who is also happy as the rich person, right? But he is poor. That now what is the difference? The poor is already accepted, right, about the current scenario, right? And how rich has also accepted its thing, right? So it's kind of acceptance, that it's kind of surrender that makes a role, right? And so every day you can encounter a lot of things that which you can't even imagine, right? Yet we are so much proud of ourselves, and we think that I'm the thing, and I'm the best, and I'm everything, right? But actually you are nothing, right? You were born as a source of energy in the mother's womb, right? You don't know where you will be born, in which family you will be born, whether you will be born rich, whether you will be born poor, right? At what time will be your death, right? How many days are still remaining, and many other questions are there, right, which is currently unanswered, right? So I mean, the best answer you can get is to meditation, is to focusing on yourself, right? Making your self awareness important, right? Consciousness, increasing your awareness, right? That way you will be diving deep into yourself to find all the answers. Even if you're lacking something in your life, or if you want to discover something great, right? This is the way, this is the only way that you can just dive deep in yourself and ask questions, and you will definitely try to solve many of your problems, right? For example, we take many things very much seriously, right? We think that this is the only thing, right? But there are also many different ways which you even don't know, which you even don't realize, right? But all those doors are being opened when you just try to do meditation, try to be conscious and aware, self-awareness, right? A mindfulness meditation, and then you will find all the ways which till now is now not possible, but through this, with the help of this, you will be able to just discover a lot of things. So I hope that this is the kind of motivation, and it really helps you to dive deep into life and how it's going and what can happen, right? We don't know, right, everything, and in every way our life is changing, right? From it, now you are at point A, might be in the next 2 years you might be at a point A minus, right? Or you might be at a point A plus, right? So it depends, right? So you have to accept, right? Self acceptance is the thing, right? And don't give up ever in your life, right? You're not there to lose, you're not a loser, right? You have to accept that and just fight for it, right? Fight till the end, right? Till you are alive, you have the power, and you can fight back and just try to get back on track or become the greatest person. So I hope that this video definitely help. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing for kilos of positivity. Remember, you are the co-creator of your own life. You can become whatever you want. We are the multi-dimensional being having human experience. So see you in the next video. Till then, bye.